Pitch and the Bleachers. As always, I'm your host, Keenan Chagaskis, joined by my co-host, Alex Tanaka. We got a good episode here for you. We've got a little over a week of baseball done. If you haven't been able to tell by now, we're big Blue Jays guys, so lots to talk about there. Finish up our divisional predictions with the West, but before that, we got some news. Konnor Griffin is in the MLB. It was it was going to happen this year. We thought it was going to be a little while, so they get the extra year of service time. But with the 9 year, 130 million contract, basically, basically in place, I see why he's up now.
Yeah, and we've seen, I think everybody's excited to see a young position player start hitting, but the defense has been incredible, right? He's looking
Yeah,
like because a lot of the time you see, a big hot shot young shortstop comes up, and the bat's okay or good, and they have to move positions. He is a shortstop. This kid can really play the field really well at a high level. So when we hear 9 year, $130 million extension, that's not even official yet. He's playing his way to make it higher than that right now. And he said he wants to be a Pirate for a long time. I know the team said they're confident they have all the right ingredients to get a deal done, whatever that means. So I think I, this is only going to go or get better for Connor Griffin. If you're the Pirates, sign him right now because every game he plays, he looks better and better.
yeah, and I mean, obviously, you're going to have those slow starts right away. I think it was a two-hit performance in his MLB debut,
I think there was like a RBI double in there. Yeah, and like he's
something like
19.
that.
Not everybody's Juan
He's
Soto.
19.
Not everybody's Juan Soto who can
No.
just come up and be the best
And
hitter in
I'm
the
sure
league.
Juan Soto's first week was a little slow
Hey,
too.
he's doing better than
Like
Jackson Holiday did last year.
that's true. And like you said, at 19, it's such a huge adjustment.
Yeah, like give him
Like
3 full seasons before we can really see the bat start to progress.
yeah,
Like he give him 1,000 at bats, and he'll have that.
100%.
He'll have that before he's 22 years old. So that's such a
That's
privilege
crazy.
for him to
Yeah.
have. So just being in the big leagues every day. You know who's doing terrible over there that I've seen? Ozuna cannot hit.
Oh, he's got like one, maybe two hits,
I
a
think
couple
he's
DUI
I think he's
chants.
yeah, I think he's hitting like 078 right now. Like his blood alcohol
Yeah, it's
content's
sub
higher.
100 to start the year.
It's been bad because like and we were praising them like, hey, they're bringing in veteran guys who just know how to hit. O'Hearn's hitting, Lau's hitting, Ozuna's not hitting.
Hmm.
So you can't go
Yeah,
100%
and
though. So fair enough.
and you mentioned O'Hearn there. I don't know if this was the episode I did with Spencer, but I feel like you would agree with me. I said the O'Hearn signing was really good.
No, I think I was there for that, and I like Ryan O'Hearn.
Okay,
I was very
yeah.
surprised the
No, I
Orioles.
just I wasn't sure,
I was
but I knew you
surprised
were
the
on the same
Orioles got
page.
rid of him because he's one of the only like non-kids.
Well, they traded him when they were struggling last year, though.
Yeah. Oh, true. I have a bad. It's the COVID
So,
shot. It's ruining my brain, Keenan. I'm like those people who think the Artemis 2 launch is fake. Oh God, I forgot.
yeah, you know where things aren't going well, though.
A certain place on the
Austin,
east. Yes.
a
Yes.
certain
Yes.
place on
Yes.
the east. I know you were low on them, but this is
No,
lower
and the
than you.
vibe's bad. Like I could tell.
The
Like
vibe is
it, the vibe was
terrible.
off. The vibe was just. And did you see when they cut to John Henry when the fans are chanting "Sell the team"? Like
Yeah,
it's dark. And did you see Roman Anthony's fucking noodle arm the other day
he
when
was. He's not making
where he
throws from
hopped into the plate
shortstop
from
if he was there.
shallow left? It looked
Like those are
brutal.
hitting the infield dirt.
Like it's
Like
it, it, it's so bad there right now. Like this is some people have these guys pegged to win the division. I think you did. They'll be lucky to hit 500 with with the way they're going right now. I mean, there aren't a lot of positives you can really point to. Like you look at even not Anthony Campbell he's buried in AAA. He has no path up. He was supposed to be a major contributor by this time. So
he signed a contract before he played.
yeah, and this is the risk of that, right? Is when you
Yeah,
do that, sometimes bad things can happen to you. So, uh, if you're Boston, it's kind of a case of everything that's going wrong is going wrong. I told you I wasn't high on Suarez. He's at like a 6 ERA right now, I want to say. So he's gonna get that
it'll
down.
get better. That will get better though.
It
Like
it's definitely going to get better, no doubt. But just I think we need to call into question Alex Cora's management ability.
I think he's near. If this doesn't switch, if this things don't change here quickly, we're going to see a midseason firing in Boston.
100%.
Which, with the way Cora's tenure has gone, this is going to be a shocking end to it.
Yeah,
Like,
oh, 100%. And
he's so
I
good.
think you and I would say Cora is a really good manager, a really good baseball mind, but sometimes it doesn't work out with an organization. And, like with Cora,
Sometimes the group of players you have too,
but Keenan,
just the way they mesh.
they've also changed that group of players since Core's been there, and he's underperformed with both of these cores. So he, the kids aren't really thriving under him, and these veterans they've brought in are also not doing very well. So
No,
at that point, if you're the ownership when you're under fire, you have to say, look, Alex Cora is very talented. He's going to get a good job and he's going to perform very well at his next job, but he's not the right fit for us right now. I mean, if they're if they're still below 500 at the All Star break, he's done. Like he has to right the ship
I'd say
soon,
June. I'd say June.
like just to save his job,
Yeah.
because I
Yeah,
mean,
and
otherwise he's going
if
to
you look
be
at
one of those guys where, he gets fired in July and then takes a job in November. I don't think he wants to do that. Alex Cora belongs managing important baseball games because he is a really good manager, but at a certain point, the buck does stop with you when you're the manager of a Major League Baseball team. They've changed
sometimes the
pretty much
manager
everything,
needs a change.
right? Like they had that whole Devers and Bregman saga and all that, and
He
I think
never,
it just
yeah,
comes to a point
never really
where you
got
just have to
control
move
of
on.
what's going on there.
But I mean, we are, I think, a week or two into the season now, so
Oh,
and Keenan's out. All right, Keenan just left because he got tired of me talking about Alex Cora, but the other thing about the Red Sox that was interesting to me was this Contreras thing. That was very weird because he has history with Woodruff. Woodruff especially, but the Brewers in general. The Brewers have hit him over. I want to say he's specifically been hit about 25 times, which that can happen when you play a team in your division, but specifically the Brewers, and there have been some not so pleasant interactions with the Brewers and him over the years.
so
So that's the odd thing. And then he had that slide into second where you can see as he's going in, like the bottom of his shoe kind of spikes up. He goes in with the spike up and kind of what's the name of that shortstop? I think he gets him. I don't think it was Terang to second. Anyways, clips him, and then he says, you're gonna throw at me and stuff. So, hey, Keenan's back, everybody.
I
I've just been vamping about this Contreras stuff with Woodruff's, like the Brewers in general,
I,
but Woodruff specifically. I think Woodruff has hit him over.
I think it's Woodruff's hit him 6 times,
Yeah,
right?
and the Brewers have hit him over 20.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I saw that part. And look, obviously Contreras is a bit of a hothead, bit of a big mouth,
yeah,
but you understand where he's coming from.
you do understand where he's coming from. And the thing is, if you look at, I saw a compilation on Twitter of like the hit by pitches and stuff. It's not like they're breaking balls that are hitting his foot. They're going up and in at him, right?
Mhm.
And if you can't control a fastball up and in, you're not a major league pitcher. So either you're hitting
I
it.
think Mike Trout said that a couple of days ago.
Yeah. How was Brian Wu not ejected for that? Like,
That was wild. That's back to back.
yeah,
Like
Brian Wu. I mean, kind of pretty disgraceful performance there. That was really embarrassing from
it
him.
really was.
Th-
That was low
That,
from a very classy organization. That
yeah,
was low.
I think that's one of those things where a team is so frustrated, they just do something really fucking stupid. And case in point, they do something
Or,
really
or just the
stupid.
player. The player just
Yeah,
takes things into his own control.
yeah, and I get it. I mean, it's been hard in Seattle, but that was really unprofessional from Brian Wu.
It was. Um, let's make things a little more positive around
Mm-hmm.
here. Tampa Bay. They are back and playing at Tropicana Field. Won their first game there.
Caminero homered, I
It's good to
believe,
be back in
right?
Major League Stadium.
Yeah,
Sorry?
I think Caminero homered, and then welcome back to Tropicana.
Maybe? I think
I mean,
so.
the one
I just
thing,
know they won.
and now this is going to be just how I think, but we're talking about the Rays playing at Tropicana. I want to talk about when they weren't playing at Tropicana, because I rag on the Yankees a lot and the management, but I think it was a really classy move for Hal Steinbrenner to not charge them to use their facilities. He rented them out at
It
cost,
was.
uh, gave them everything they needed, when realistically not a lot of other people would do that, and I think you can see the Yankees kind of viewing other owners and teams as partners and not really competitors. So I just want to say, very classy move on the Yankees' part.
Yeah, they had no reason to do that, and they chose to do that. This is also a division rival. It's
Yeah,
not just some
no,
random team in the league.
it's a
They had no reason to do that, and they chose to do it. It was very good on the Yankees. And and look, it's great to see them back in a major league stadium. I hope
If we call
I don't
Tropicana
remember
Major League Stadium.
a stadium. We'll say a stadium.
Yeah, I don't.
Um, I don't know if we heard anything about their new stadium deal, but I believe that's still going through in this actual city of Tampa,
I have no idea what's going on over there.
and that's fair.
We got to give them 2 years and we'll hear from the Rays again. But just let them build.
Yeah. All right. We've had a week of ABS. What are your thoughts?
I think my thoughts are more positive than negative on ABS. I think
I'd say the same thing.
the story that hasn't been talked about enough in the national media or even any kind of media is the fact that Major League Baseball admitted in the first week that they got the strike zone wrong, and they had to readjust ABS. Why is
Yeah.
that not the front page? Because everybody's ripping into the umpires left and right, and the players are making these like ridiculous challenges where the ball's like batters are tapping their helmet, the ball's a foot inside of the plate, right? So
I mean, Vladdy?
yeah, even Ben Rice has had some really bad challenges with the Yankees,
Yeah.
right? So I think it's such a learning process for everybody. I would almost rather you give the teams one challenge an inning. That's kind of that's my
Y-
more approach to it.
Okay.
But if you don't use it, it doesn't carry over.
I like that. See, I like the two challenges because it adds an extra managerial aspect to the
It
game.
does. I think you just tell the guys, look, if you're not 100%, don't even bother.
Yeah, situational. Third inning, nobody's on. We're up five. Don't do it.
Yeah, I would have loved
Bases
Joey
loaded,
Votto in the
down
ABS.
two.
Yeah, yeah, like, it's situational. Like, imagine a Joey Votto in the ABS era. How many more walks he'd end up having?
Oh, he's shooting 100%.
That's what I'm saying. So, no, I've liked it. I think as a whole, like it's going to be a learning process for the umpires and for the players and stuff. I think this is kind of the best thing that we can do right now. I would just say I would much rather,
Yeah.
like I would rather it be one an inning, which is my idea. No one else definitely has ever talked about that. But I think just one an inning, and if you get it right, you keep going, because I just think a ball is a ball in the first inning, and it is in the ninth inning. So give everybody an equal chance to challenge that. But
That's fair.
I don't see it affecting the game that like the obvious one was the CB Buckner thing in Cincinnati, right? Where obviously he rings up Suarez twice and then Suarez hits a homer, I think. But I think
Yeah.
overall it's run pretty smoothly. They're able to execute it really fast, which was the main concern. But they've been workshopping it for years, so I think it's been great. I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, I'm on the same page as you there. I'm enjoying it. I think some of it's a little tedious when it like nicks the play. What are you gonna do when you ask for perfection? You can't make a gray area
That's
for
what I'm
judgment
saying
on.
is look, people wanted a robotic strike zone. Don't be upset when you get one, and
Yeah,
the
that's
smallest part of the
I
ball is
forgot
hitting
about
the
that.
plate. Guess what? It's a strike. By
It's the people who are asking for the robotic zone complaining that it barely touched the strike zone. Why is that a
well,
strike?
that's what I'm
Well,
saying. I'm like, well, look, we can't have look, guys. If we're gonna have the balls to ask for a fully robotic strike zone, then let's at least admit that or say that yeah, we're gonna enjoy this, right? Like it doesn't make any, it's fine. I'm not
yeah,
crazy about the ones where it just clips it and it gets overturned that way. I don't love that, but at the end of the day, I can live with that.
that's annoying. Let's not take
It
those
just
ones
looks
away from the umpire, but
it just looks stupid because I'm like, I don't like that you get rewarded for the point one, but whatever, right? Um, it is what it is. I still think ABS is a total net positive though for baseball.
oh, 100%, especially with how quick it's been.
Yeah, and they're able to run through it pretty well. I think I'm interested to see like end of the year numbers. Who challenged the best? Who stole the most runs for
Yeah,
catchers and
I would
stuff?
like to see
So
that.
that'll be fun. It's just another wrinkle
Yeah,
to the game, right?
it does. Like I said, another managerial aspect. Over in Chicago, Cade Horton out for the year with elbow surgery. Big blow to the Chicago Cubs. Had a great rookie campaign last year. I think he finished second in Rookie of the Year voting.
Behind Baldwin, right?
Looked primed for, yeah, behind Baldwin.
Yeah,
Primed for a breakout year this
probably
year.
should have won it
Primed to
last
help the
year.
Cubs.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, and
I agree.
here you are.
He
Here
was
we are.
he was supposed to be a big part of this Cubs team. Like
Yeah,
this is like
it,
a 2 or 3 win swing for the Cubs in a division that's going to be
it really is.
way more competitive than it was last year. Like I think every team in that division got better except for the Brewers maybe, who won the division last year.
Cardinals sold. Cardinals
The
sold.
Cardinals weren't good last. They were weirdly good last year. That didn't happen. The
It's true.
Cardinals didn't happen last year. Do you remember when like? Do you remember
I
in
want
like
to refrain
August?
from saying
Do you remember
Brewers.
Keenan? Do you remember in like August when we're like, how are
They were in like a wild card spot, weren't they?
no? They were like 3 games under 500, and I'm like, why are they not 30 games under 5? Like this team sucked.
Yeah.
Like I would look and I'm like, everybody on this team sucks. The whole team sucks.
Yeah.
I whatever.
They got Weatherholt now, and that's it.
Not like
Like
JJ Weatherholt.
he's the next face of this franchise. If they don't mess up his development.
Well, we've said that before.
It's a big if. It is a big if.
Yeah, but I
But yeah,
mean,
this is a very competitive Central, especially to start the season. Milwaukee's Milwaukee. Cincinnati and Pittsburgh look really good to start the
they
year, and with how young they are,
they
you can
spe-
only assume they get better.
that's the thing is they're both teams that are going to get better as the season gets stronger, and the more
Yeah,
experience and confidence that they're going to get. I just see both of these teams really being in it in August. Can they have the pace in September? I don't know, but I think the Pirates.
that's what. Yeah, that's a big
You have
question.
to say the Pirates are going to be in the mix past game 120 probably, right? Like I feel like that's a fair thing to say.
Could you imagine a Reds Pirates pennant race?
That'd be like the 1970s. That'd be awesome. I think that'd be great, right?
Crazy.
Like wouldn't that be awesome? I think that'd be great.
Those are two franchise. They deserve it. Like
No, and two great baseball towns, two like actual
they are,
baseball towns, right?
hundred
So
percent.
I think it'd be great. I think it'd be great. I don't know if that's where we are with the Pirates right now or the Reds, to be honest. But I mean, Skeens looked
We're getting close though.
for a pennant race. I don't know about pennant, but
I'm saying like couple years.
yeah, okay.
Like so you're like the division race,
If
pennant
yeah,
like
if everything
NLCS.
tracks the way it's supposed to, yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah. Now you put this one in here. We got an underwhelming class of first-time eligible players for the Hall of Fame in 2027. Last year's was a little weak too, but this year's you're gonna say
Uh,
weaker?
Incredibly weak. There's no one who's a Hall of Famer on here.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to say Buster Posey. Does Posey have that though? What do you think?
Posey's got
Is Buster
great prime, but the longevity is gonna hold him back.
like
He's not a first year.
he has the MVP, right? So you give him that. I think he has a batting title. I want to say batting title, and then couple All
Gold
Star games,
gloves.
Gold Glove. Probably got a Silver Slugger too, but
If he got an MVP as a catcher, he definitely got a Silver Slugger.
yeah. Do you think? Oh, if he had a batting title, he definitely won a Silver Slugger. Like
That
I
too.
would rather. I'm
'Cause
almost thinking like, would you lean with giving Yaddy a Hall of Fame not over him? I know it's not a competition, but it actually is. Um,
5 Silver Sluggers.
Posey won, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, like it's one of those things. If he didn't break the leg, he'd easily have double the WAR he does, right? But
Yeah.
I think he might get it eventually. But he's not a first ballot guy. Like I'm sorry, the rest of I'm reading every single name on here. He's the only guy who's going to stay on the ballot. There's
Yeah.
nobody
I will
else.
say this.
There's nobody else here who gets more than 1% of the vote.
First ballot talent, but the health hurts him.
Yeah,
Like
and
talent,
at a certain point you
talent
have
wise,
yeah. No, I was just going to say at a certain point you have to evaluate what he actually did on the baseball field, right? Like we can say he was
yeah,
great to watch,
100%.
but you have to look at what he actually accomplished, and he did not have a Hall of Fame career. He did everything else at a Hall of Fame level. He just didn't have that career. It not necessarily his fault, but things just didn't fall the way they did for him. And I mean, if Dale Murphy's not in the Hall of Fame, I bring that up all the time, but Buster Posey's certainly not in the Hall of Fame. I was shocked Mauer made it in as quick as he did. I didn't think Mauer. I was like, really?
What year did Mauer make it in?
First.
Why don't I remember that? You care, to be fair, you care more about the all this voting than I do.
I
But I
do.
just don't remember that.
Because I think the Baseball Hall of Fame is supposed to be like the last good one. And we let in
It is.
and we let Joe Mauer in on his first try. Really? Like Joe Mauer? He's not that great. He's a first
Yeah.
baseman who had no power, no pop.
Well, he's a catcher for most of his career.
But I think he played more games at first.
Did he?
I think he ended up playing more games at first in DH than
I thought he only played a couple years at first.
maybe I have, again, the vaccine's frying my brain. Maybe it's the CTE, could be anything. I remember Mauer at the end of his career playing like not catching as much as he should. Again, not doing as much as he should have. Great guy, good bat. Give me a break for a spell off of my fucking ass. Anyways, and I really like Joe Mauer, but yeah, just underwhelmed. Bad class this year. Bad class for Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Like I saw Mitch Moreland's name on the ballot. Are you kidding me?
There's always those guys' names, and they're gone
But
after the
Keenan,
first year, though.
it's a bunch of these guys here. I'm gonna rattle it off rapid fire. Okay.
Okay.
Jake Arrieta, Jay Bruce, Asdrubal Cabrera, Starlin Castro, Brett Gardner, Todd Frazier, Dexter Fowler, Wade Davis, Jay Happ, Scott Kazmir, John Lester, Andrew Miller, Kyle Seager, Irvin Santana, Posey, Mitch Moreland, Joaquim Soria, Ryan Zimmerman, and Jordan Zimmerman. How many of those guys?
Other than
How many of them get more than 1% of the vote?
a handful, like
I could see maybe someone throwing up.
Lester's getting a couple. Lester's getting more than 1%.
Andrew Miller will get
Jordan
more than
Zimmerman
1%,
might.
maybe.
Jordan Zimmerman too. He got a good career. Or sorry, Ryan Zimmerman because
Jordan
he was with
Zimmerman,
the
Jesus
Nationals.
fucking Christ.
Who's the one with the Nationals forever? I thought that
Ryan
was
Zimmerman.
Ryan.
Ryan Zimmerman. I was gonna say Jordan Zimmerman.
Yeah,
Holy
Ryan
shit,
Zimmerman.
he gets a. Can I go into the Hall of Fame if Jordan Zimmerman makes it in?
No, sorry, I meant Ryan
Yeah,
Zimmerman.
okay.
He's getting
No, no.
he's getting more than 1%.
Yeah, like
And yeah, like who? Okay, so other than Posey, who in their career had it? Like there was a moment where you're like, oh, he's got Hall of Fame potential.
Andrew
Maybe
Miller,
Lester,
maybe when he was in like Cleveland.
Miller as well.
Like if he can do this for the next
But
five
that was
years,
very short too.
Hall of Fame potential. Where I'm like,
Yeah, that's true.
That's
This was my question.
because
This was my question.
that
And
was like the reinvention of him, right? Because he came up with Boston, he was supposed to be like the guy, and he was not.
he bounced around for a little
And then he
while.
figured it out, and he really figured it out. But no,
He
I
did,
think
yes.
other than that, like some, but you have these duds every now and again. It's just interesting to me.
Man, it's such a dud year.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little more exciting.
Yeah, let's talk
A
about
couple
it.
days ago, Joe Adell, who we have harped on for having bad defense all last year, robbed one home run. He robbed a second home run, and in a 1-0 game in the top of the ninth inning, he robbed a third home run
And
to win it for the Agents.
that has not changed my opinion whatsoever on Joe Adell's defense.
No, and that's fair,
He still
but
objectively sucks at it. Like,
crazy good game,
oh,
especially from a guy
one
who's
of
a
the
poor
best.
defender.
One of the best. And you know what, Keenan? If he could actually learn how to read the ball and get a good jump, those catches wouldn't look that good.
Yeah,
He's like, have you ever seen like the dude perfect like softball stereotypes of like the guy who like waits 3 seconds then runs after the ball? That's how Joe Adell plays
yeah.
defense all the time.
Or Ozuna
Yeah,
wearing a Cardinals
he's better
uniform.
than Ozuna was. I like to
That's
brag
true.
on Joe
It's a
Adell
bad
as much as
comparison.
anybody, but that was one of the best stories that baseball's had in forever. It was just amazing because everybody was so collectively shocked. It was Joe Adell. It would
Also, three in one game,
yeah, like
just by
it's the
anyone.
perfect cup.
The chance to have
It's just
three in
all
one
these
game.
great factors coming together on unlikely hero, incredible accomplishment, and a really niche thing to track, like a robbed homer. All of that happening on one night, 3 times. Like you could have told me 2 weeks ago, Joe Adell's never gonna rob a home run in his major league career. I would have said, hell yeah, I'm not. I don't even want the line on that. Guy robbed 3 in 1 game. Like that would almost be like I'm trying to think of. It would be like a pitcher hitting 3 homers in a game, in terms of like how bad they are at doing
Yeah.
something. Like it's incredible, and I mean he's gonna dine out on this reputation forever now. I just want everyone at home to know Joe Adell is still one of the worst outfielders you will ever watch play the game of baseball. He
No,
cannot
100%.
read a fly ball. He's late on everything. Everything just fucking. It's so hard to watch him play the outfield. Not when he's playing against your
It
team,
is very.
because that ball is dropping. He's not reading it off the wall. But for one night, he was very, very good at it.
He locked in.
It would be like
Yeah.
it'd be like Shaq hitting like 8 threes in a game. You're like, what the fuck's going on here?
And then never attempting another
Yeah,
three.
and Joe Adell might never rob another home run again.
He might. Yeah. We got one more Angels story here before we finish off our division predictions. Today, we had our first bench brawl of the season. First fight since Jose Ramirez, Tim Anderson.
Hell yeah.
I'll set the scene for you here. Jorge Soler, former Braves legend. I mean, World Series MVP for the team. He'll go
An
down
actual Braves legend.
as an actual Braves legend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, hit a monster home run in the first inning off of Reynaldo Lopez. Lopez didn't like it, threw at his head, and a couple innings later missed. Ball went back to the backstop. Things went on as normal. Pitcher gets the ball back. Solera starts yelling at him. Lopez starts exchanging words with him. Solera charges the mound. Fists are flying. Benches come in.
These
It was
things
a
happen.
moment. It was a moment.
These things can happen, but
They can't.
uh, isn't it? Was Soler like this in Atlanta? Was he kind of a hothead, or was he just a regular guy who just wanted to play ball? Who
No,
just wanted to play
he was
ball?
only here for a couple months though. Like
Yeah, I guess he was just there for the run. Huh.
I
Yeah.
think they had him for a couple months in like 2024 as well, but same thing.
It is nice
Just a
to see a
couple
proper
months.
fight every now and again, though. Hey, I enjoy
It
that.
is, and like you see the situation from in within the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand why Select charged them out.
At a certain point, you have to just say enough's enough.
Enough's enough.
But the Angels
And
actually playing pretty good ball right now, though.
they they're above. I think they're 6-6.
Yeah, I think they're around 500 right now. I think they're top of the division with how
They've been in the headlines for good reasons, which is not
very odd.
normal
They're throwing
for the Angels.
fists. They're robbing homers. They're doing well. Good for the Angels. Is Artie Moreno a
Yeah.
secret genius?
No, he said they don't care about
Yeah,
winning,
I
so
forgot about that. He's playing 5D chess, Keenan. You just don't understand. Do we want to move into our
nobody
division
understands.
predictions now? I don't know. I know nothing.
All right. Yeah, let's jump into it. AL West, we're starting from the bottom. It is the Angels. It doesn't matter the hot start
They're
that they've
shit.
got. Hot start, they're 6-6. This is an incomplete team with minimal depth. The moment someone gets hurt, you're going to see every weakness come out.
Not
The
good.
wheels are going to fall off. And they're not going to trade anyone.
No, certainly not. It's not the Angel way.
No, it's not the Angel way. It's, it's so stupid.
Hey, I know. Okay, I get it. Um,
Oh, no, I know you know.
no, I know the
Like,
Angel way. Trust me. Don't tell. No one knows more about the Angel way than I do. Do you want to talk about? Yeah, I'll go next. I have the Astros finishing fourth. Hot take, apparently. Hunter
you
Brown.
got them below 500.
Huh? Oh yeah.
Below 500.
Yes.
Okay,
I have them like 77 wins mentally. Just putting a number on it. Hunter Brown is already hurt. Uh,
true.
this just feels like one of those weird lost seasons that a team's gonna have. I can just kind of feel it now. Jordan is really covering up, right? Like Jordan is hitting amazingly right now. If he wasn't,
And he still has to stay healthy.
he's not going to. Every year we're like, yeah, hey, if
And yeah,
Jordan can stay healthy, he
that's
can
the
win
problem.
MVP, guys. And like, I was one of those idiots who's like, guys, if Jordan wasn't secretly like 5 years older than he says he is, like he'd be winning MVP. Um, I just don't see it with this team. I can just see it being like July and August, and they just quit. I think they're,
The wheels fall. Yeah.
yeah. Feels like a team where like the 18 wheeler can just kind of, fall into the ditch and
Yeah.
jackknife. Whereas the reason I picked the A's above them is I feel like the A's are going to play hard and maybe steal some wins in August and September that they shouldn't be really winning. And I just see them finishing with a better record than the Astros. I think the Astros may be better than them up until the final 6 weeks of the season. But I think the A's are really going to fight for everything, whereas the Astros may just call it early.
Yeah. I got the A's in fourth. As much as yeah, they are a younger team with a much better offense and will probably fight more. The pitching is so bad, and it has already like the bullpen has already single-handedly lost them about
The
3 or
bullpen's
4
terrible.
games this year.
It's maybe is the A's bullpen the worst unit in Major League Baseball.
I think it is. Like
If you look
it's
at
already lost them
rotation,
like single-handedly.
offense, and bullpen, is the okay? What's worse then, the A's bullpen or the Rockies rotation?
A's bullpen has already lost them games.
That's
Like
true. They're all
single-handedly
they're all shit. You're
lost
right.
the
No,
game.
you're right. I was getting too cute there.
Like it's I don't know what other unit would be
No,
close
you're
to it.
right.
They're
You're right.
it's surprisingly bad.
Is it surprisingly bad? Like I feel like we knew that. I mean, we didn't think it'd be this bad, but we knew what we were getting into.
Exactly. That's
That's the.
like it was bad
Yeah,
last year.
you're right.
This year it's bad.
No, this year it historic levels of bad. I'm trying to like look at. Yeah, they're all bad. Oh my God, Jesus fucking Christ! Look at bullpen rotation of five or team ERA of 5.51. Are you kidding me? Jesus
Rotation's not good either.
Christ!
I think
The rotation's horrible.
yeah,
Oh
they
Jesus Christ! Yeah, this
we
is
we've
bad.
been very optimistic about the Athletics and about ownership somehow spending money now, but they did nothing to address the major concern that is pitching right now.
Yeah, I mean, this feels like a Jose Barrios team when he's healthy.
Yeah, Blue Jays have too many injuries for them to even
No, I know.
think
I
about
don't want to
shipping
talk.
them off
We'll talk
right
about
now,
that at the
though.
end of the show, but okay, let's keep it rolling here. Uh, second place.
You got them three.
Yeah, I have them three. You have the Astros three. I like them for all the reasons Keaton just listed. They have a great offense. I think they're going to get better. I think they may have the best offense in the AL. If everything breaks right, they can finish the year that way. I'm not saying that like on paper they do, but I'm saying they can produce that way with Wilson, Kurtz, Langoliers, like Rooker. These are all like legit guys, like Denzel Clark. These are all like legit hitters. Um, Max Muncy even looks really good too. Weird to say, but he looks really good. Max Muncy with the A's.
Yeah,
The pitching,
second max months.
I feel like if this team is just close to 500, they'll trade for like two or three starters. Like I it makes no sense not to.
Yeah, the thing is, they will need starters with term because this isn't a team that's going to make the playoffs this year. Like if they're
No,
trading for pitchers, it's
certainly not.
pitchers with a couple of years on.
And I think that's totally fine. I think that's like
Yeah,
now is now is as good a time as any. But will they be able to acquire guys with term in season? No, probably not. Or quality arms with term. That's maybe the hardest thing to trade for in baseball. But I think they can get some rentals, and I think they may think themselves into a playoff push. To be honest, that's just what I see happening.
yeah. I got the Astros three simply because the Athletics bullpen and rotation is just so bad that the the Astros are just going to luck their way into third. And I don't even think this team finishes above 500. I don't think they are threatening for a wild card spot in August or
You just
September.
think that they just astro their way into not being the second worst team in
I think
baseball.
I called this last year that this it's the end of the Astros. Their mini dynasty that they had, the reign of terror of the AL West. It's the
Yeah,
end.
this no, I see them bottoming out fast.
Yeah. I don't think they bottom out fast just because there is enough star talent there, but they're going to slowly slip off the
Yeah,
tracks.
I see it differently. But you and I both have the Rangers in second. What do you see in the Texas Rangers this year, King? What do you see in them?
Strong rotation, decent bullpen, and spotty hitting.
I couldn't have said it better myself. The spotty
Yeah,
hitting is the spotty hitting is just more fun and weird to analyze than anything else with this team. I don't get
it
it.
is weird
I
because
don't
it's
understand.
guys who should be playing
It's
better
so much talent. Do you remember like when they won?
aren't.
Do you remember when they won the World Series? And we're like, oh my God, Texas could be a dynasty because Langford and Carter are just coming up now.
Yeah, and they still had Semyon and
And
Seager.
guess what? They all fucking suck except for Corey Seager.
Yeah,
It's
like I said,
it's
spotty
so
hitting.
it's so the vibe must be so weird in Texas right now. I don't know
It
what to
feels
think.
like they should be much better than they are,
This should be like an 85-90 win team.
easily,
Like
easily,
they
and
should be able to
it's
sleep.
not gonna happen.
They should be able to pretty much play the season on cruise control and have 90 wins. They're
Yeah,
not going to do that.
just
They're going to have to
no,
fucking
not at
scrap
all.
and claw for 85.
Yeah.
Mar-
Number one,
Mariners
Mariners.
best at
Slow
everything.
start, but the most well-rounded
They'll
team.
pick it up.
And
Calorali's
they
going to
always
hit
start
again.
slow.
Calorali's going to hit again, guys.
Other than the one year they had like the best start to the season in MLB history,
Yeah.
they always start slow.
Yeah, they'll be fine. The rotation's going to get it figured out. The hitting's going to pick it up. A lot of teams are coming out of the block slow, right? Like the Jays are coming out of the block slow too. So
Yeah. Yeah, no. We're 11 games into the season. They're slow starters. They will pick it up.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident
Shall
about
we
that.
move to the NL West, Keenan?
I think this is the only division we agreed on every spot.
This division kind of picks itself.
It does.
The Rockies.
And the Rockies are in last place.
Everybody sucks except for Hunter Goodman. Boom. That's a Rockies hit.
Yeah. There you go. Fourth.
The
What
Giants.
do we have in fourth? Giants.
Bad vibe. Getting a bad vibe from San Fran right now.
They're still old. They're still old.
They're still old. They're they're older and a bit shittier than last year. Matt Chapman's
Somehow.
yelling at their first baseman. Posey's in
Yeah.
charge, but he's not really doing a good job, which feels weird. Devers still that Devers thing feels weird. Like we were all saying, oh
Rise is on the team.
yeah, it's just weird. The vibe is weird there.
It is.
Padres, how
There's
do you? Yeah, sorry. Did you have more thoughts about the Giants?
no, no, we're good. We're good.
No, Padres. I don't know what to make of the Padres. To be quite honest with you, I don't even. Where do I begin with these guys? I don't like. Does this feel like a team that like 2 years ago pushed one of the best teams in the modern era? It doesn't feel like that to me.
No,
It feels very. It
they've
feels very odd.
just slowly fallen apart.
Yeah, like and I see.
Vibes aren't high there anymore.
No, there doesn't seem to be that energy that the Padres used to have. I mean, Mason Miller still
No,
great, but and we know that they'll always make a move. We know that you can never count these guys out of anything, but
no.
I I just don't. I don't see a path to the playoffs for the Padres, which is weird. Because if you asked me that 6 months ago, I would have said, yeah, I see the Padres doing really well, but I just don't see the depth. They're they're locked into
It hasn't shown up
they're locked
yet.
into some bad contracts too. Like the Bogarts
The
deals,
Bogarts contract
it's
is
brutal.
terrible.
Even the Tatis one, I mean, he's still Fernando Tatis. How long is the Machado one is still long too? Actually, fuck, I'm getting anxiety.
He's still playing well though.
No, he
The
is.
wheels haven't fallen off there
No,
yet. They're
Machado.
still paying you Darvish for like five
Oh,
years,
Jesus Christ, really? Fuck,
and his career
Jesus.
is basically done.
No, Machado is a surefire Hall of Famer, right? Like you think that too?
I think he's on pace for like 2,500 hits.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard for anyone to hit 3,000 right now because
To me,
COVID. You lost a year.
I think he's a Hall of Fame guy.
I'd say the same. I don't care that he doesn't have a ring. Like
I
that doesn't change
fuck that.
my
This isn't
opinion.
basketball.
No,
Um,
I
Diamond,
think
yeah,
he's a Hall of Famer.
Diamondbacks.
Look, bullpen is still elite there, but the rotation is thin. The offense has not hit well to start the
Corbin
year.
Carroll.
Oh, Diamondbacks, where we've moved on.
Sorry, I thought I jumped into the Diamondbacks. Sorry, I thought I said
No,
Diamondbacks.
I did not hear you. I was still
No,
ranting about
my
the
bad.
Padres.
Look, guys. Yeah,
Diamondbacks,
Corbin Carroll. Sorry, yeah,
fun to watch.
yeah, fun,
Not
a fun team,
good at baseball. Not a good team, but fun. They're so fun to watch.
and that vibe is what's gonna. I think you and I both think that the vibe of the Diamondbacks carries them above the Padres. Because the
It
Padres,
does.
let's be honest, with all the talent there is some quit in the Padres. There's no quit with the
Yeah.
Diamondbacks.
No,
Love
Marte
Padromo.
is
We all
still a
love.
lead hitter.
Everybody
Corbin
loves
Carroll.
Padromo. Everybody loves Padromo.
Same with Marte too.
Oh,
They're just a
Marte's still one
lovable
of the
group.
still one of the probably the 15, 20 best players in baseball.
Best second baseman in the MLB.
Yeah.
That's not really close.
Um, so we've said a lot of positives about their offense. Now do we want to talk about the pitching?
What pitching?
That's the fucking. This is the thing. Uh, oh, by the way, Arenado's there, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I completely forgot that. But our favorite Puerto Rican.
Favorite Puerto Rican. Yep.
That's weird. Um,
Known Puerto Rican.
yeah, the vibe.
One more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Starter rotation has looked pretty good to start the year. Like,
I don't
I know it's been
care.
a couple games.
I
Here's the thing. It's been a couple games for each pitcher, but looking at it last year, everyone sucked right away. Like Soroka looks good. Rodriguez hasn't allowed a run somehow. Gowan looks fine. Somehow
Keenan, I just heard the
okay
name.
for now.
Soroka and Rodriguez, no fucking shot. Those guys pitch 100 innings combined this year.
Oh, they don't.
There's no
But
chance. There's no chance. Like,
when can we say anything positive about the
no, you're
Diamondbacks
right.
pitching?
It's enjoy while it lasts. How has Brandon Fat been this year? I was big on him last year.
Oh, I think his ERA is in the six right now.
Dude, This is so the
We were so confident he was breaking out.
no, and
We were so
this is why I
confident.
don't trust these advanced pitching stats, the RPM, the break, because Brandon Fat is like, if you're one of those like fucking chart nerds where it's like stuff and like break and like all this,
He's an advanced stats
he doesn't get outs.
merchant.
He doesn't get outs. At a certain point, you've
He
got to
gets
get
lit
outs.
up.
At a certain point, we need
Signed like $100 million contract and he gets lit up
no.
every outing.
He is fucking shit. We're all pulling for Mike Soroka. We're all pulling for Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Okay,
We love a good Canadian boy
Zach
in the
Gallen had some.
MLB.
There's still something there. He was everybody's dark horse Cy Young guy 3 years ago. Is Merrill Kelly back there? Did he go back?
I think he's hurt right now, though.
Hurt? Burns hurt?
Burns is still recovering from Tommy John.
Yeah. So here's the thing, Diamondbacks fans. It's not going to get better. Like where you are right now, things can only go downhill because this version of the rotation is everything going at a high level.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a version of this where Soroka gets hurt again, Rodriguez loses form or gets hurt again, Gallen loses form or gets hurt again, and then you're giving up 7 a game, and no matter how good the offense is, they can't do anything.
No. And they're under 500, but enjoy the pitching while it lasts
Yeah,
because it will fall apart. How much do we want to talk about the Dodgers?
I don't give a shit about the Dodgers. They're the best team. They're
Okay.
this is simply put the most talented and best team I've ever seen. If Dave Roberts wasn't their
Most
manager,
talented.
they
Yeah,
could win
100%.
120 games. Dave Roberts sucks at managing a
Okay.
baseball team.
So, before we move into State of the Jays, I got a question for you.
Hit me.
So, every year since the playoffs expanded to 6 teams in each
Yeah.
league, at least 3 teams who finished below 500 made the playoffs the next year.
Oh.
Who are the 3 teams this year?
Wait, who had a below 500 record last year?
Yeah, that make them this year.
Oh, that's such an interesting question.
Yeah, I saw this. I didn't think of this
Wow.
myself. I saw it pop up on Twitter. I did fact check it though. It is correct.
What was the Royals' record last year?
They were 82 and 80.
Fuck.
Good shout though.
No.
They've got a good chance at the playoffs.
Wait, so every year there have been 3 teams who are below 500 who make the playoffs?
I think there was like once or twice it was 4, but it's been 3 every year,
That's
which
really-
is a crazy. It's a crazy stat.
Who's gonna get the NL? Oh, the Braves will make the playoffs.
There you go.
Did the
Okay,
Mets end up finishing with
that's
it?
one of mine too.
Did the Mets have a positive record at the end of last year?
They did because they tied with
Oh my
Cincinnati.
god, yeah, they did. Shit. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen this year.
Fair enough.
I'm not gonna pick 3.
I was gonna say,
The Bra. Oh, what?
and that's fair.
Where'd the Rangers end up last year?
81 and 81.
Okay, yeah. See, so
I
I'd go
it might have
Rangers.
been 500. Here's the thing. It might have been 500 and worse, so we'll allow it.
Yeah, so I'd go with the Rangers, and I'll give you one in every league. I'll give you the Rangers, and I'll give you,
There you go.
the Braves. Last year was just a weird year.
See, I'll throw.
Go.
It is a weird year. I'll throw 3 out here.
Yeah,
Atlanta,
love
because
that.
I think they're the easy bounce back candidate.
Good pick.
Baltimore, I'm still pretty high on them.
Jesus Christ.
And we're gonna go. There's always a wild card. There's always a random team. We had Miami. We've had Arizona. We had Cincinnati last year. You expected it, but a lot of people didn't. So I'm gonna throw out Pittsburgh. I'm not saying this will happen, but I'm saying if there is 3, because
Sure.
there is always one random team.
No, if there are
There
3,
is
why
always
the hell?
one.
Fuck, why not them? Was Cleveland? No, Cleveland was. Oh my God, what a weird year. Yeah, I think last year's weirdness is skewing the numbers on that stat, but
Yeah.
jeez.
First of all, Cleveland's still winning their division. Can we fix this? They're
I
not
don't
good.
get it. I don't like it, Keenan. I'm scared.
We're gonna see him get bounced in the first round again in like 3 games that end 2-1.
Think about it. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about having to watch that again. It's just anti-baseball. I don't like it.
No, they're always at noon. We don't have to watch them. Noon on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Cleveland gets eliminated from the
No one
playoffs.
gives a shit. State of the Jays.
State of the Jays, and I think it's a big one this week.
All right, everybody. Here, before we even begin to talk about the team's on-field performance, here's everybody who's injured. Addison Barger, 10-day IL. Alejandro Kirk, 10-day IL. Probably going to get moved. You'll see him in 6 to 7 weeks, right? Cody Ponce sprained his right ACL. Bye-bye. We'll see you next year. Scherzer,
Already had surgery. He's done for the
he's
year.
done for the year. We're not seeing Cody Bellinger. Scherzer, who fucking knows? Okay, with this guy, with his, when you when you have tendonitis in your throwing arm, we don't know when that's going to be. If he got yanked 2 innings into his last start, we don't know. E Savage is still rehabbing. Bieber, maybe he comes back in May, June. Like when's
We haven't gotten an update on him. That's concerning.
yeah, when's Jimmy Garcia coming back here? When's Barrios coming back? Like no, when Sant, I don't know if Anthony Santander will play another 30 games for the Toronto Blue Jays. He's done. And then Tiedemann, if you want to count him, or Bound Francis, who's not going to pitch this year, but they, they've signed Patrick Corbin. Keanen, Patrick Corbin is a Toronto Blue Jay. That's how dark things have gotten.
Yeah, and they signed him before the Max Scherzer injury too.
I don't know what they're gonna do. See, this is where it'd be great.
Giolito's still available for some reason.
Who?
Lucas Giolito,
Oh, I would get Giolito in a
maybe.
heartbeat. Yeah, I'd sign him.
I would have gotten him before Corbin.
Yeah, I don't get the Corbin thing. I don't get the Corbin thing at all.
That was,
I'm so scared of having to watch him pitch for my team. It's terrifying.
I thought his career was done. I thought we'd seen the last of Patrick Corbin in the MLB.
I don't,
Guess not. He's throwing on a Blue Jays
I don't
jersey
want to talk
soon
about it.
because they need it. Look, 6 game losing streak. Schneider got tossed today. The
On
vibes
a really
are
stupid.
low.
Can I just say that was a really stupid balk call?
Yeah,
I don't.
it's the same thing Gossman does all the
I
time.
want.
The
I.
didn't stop.
This is what drives me crazy, is the selective enforcement of stuff like this. Where if you want to tell Kevin Gosman in the off season, hey Kevin, you're not coming set when you do like that bounce that you do. You aren't coming set. So when there's a runner on, bounce, pause, start your motion, right? Don't do this 2 weeks into the season and fuck everything up. Okay, you owe him that courtesy as a professional who's cut his teeth in the game for a long time,
Yeah,
right? It's dumb. It's just really stupid. And if Major League Baseball wants to crack down on that, they should talk to the pitchers who have a hitch, a bounce, something weird in their throwing motion and their windup before the season begins, not the first week of it, and in like his second or third start. Really stupid stuff. And then Schneider went out there and just really like just ripped into whoever the umpire was, because he's pissed off. His team's lost 6 in a row. His offense can't fucking hit. Tyler Heineman's throwing the ball away every time he gets it, and Tyler Heineman has to play a lot of games now for this team because of Kirk's injury. So I think Schneider was just pissed off.
yeah, that was a rally the troops ejection,
Let me
not
tell
a
you,
you
it did
suck at
not
your job
fucking work. The
ejection.
team scored 1 run.
Yeah, but you don't normally see that in the same game. That's usually somehow they wake up tomorrow and be like, all right, we're doing it today.
I mean, it's tough.
And let's hope that's the
You've
case.
got to hope that's the
You got to
case, but
salvage one game.
if you're the Jays, you can't just say, "Oh yeah, we're really banged up right now. Let's just try and win as many as we can." You have to really fight for these games because these games really matter. Okay, like it's crazy to say this game is as important as a game in September. So win now, so you don't have to win later. I know you're banged up. Guess what?
Yeah.
It happens. That's baseball. All right, move on. Next man
And
up.
if this is the floor, then it's the floor.
Yeah.
Like,
The concern
the
is that this.
season
The
is
concern
long.
is that this isn't the floor.
And that is the concern, but we can't be thinking about that right now. We saw how long it took for the Jays to get going last year. Healthy Jays to get going last year. They did not have the injury bugs. They had Anthony Santander on the field as well as everyone
I mean, he
else
was
who was
shit
wearing a Blue
last
Jays
year.
jersey. And he played like shit, and then everyone else also played like shit for the first two
I
months.
he
So let's relax.
Do we know if he is friends with Anthony Rendon? Because I feel like I'm getting Rendoned right now.
A little bit, but this was the medical staff messed up.
No, I feel like I'm mid Rendon.
Yeah, but the medical staff messed
I
this
don't.
one up. This isn't him
Don't make me repeat
backing
myself
up.
again here. I just feel like I'm mid Rendon.
I don't want you to repeat, but you know what
I'm
happened.
not saying in terms of like his mentality. I'm talking about in terms of money to performance in games played. I feel like we're in the middle of a Rendon.
Fair. Okay. In that sense, we
Not
could be
saying
getting
it's his
Rendoned.
fault. Not saying it's his
No, no.
fault.
Okay.
But
I think I misinterpreted
sorry, this feels like a mid.
what
I
you were
feel like
getting
we're
at.
right in the middle of an Anthony Rendon situation. Not happy about this.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, and they easily could
bullshit.
be.
Bullshit.
Like, he might not play that many more games as a Blue Jay. He might not play that many more games in the MLB.
I'm not happy. This is bullshit.
No.
I'll keep saying that. So,
You got anything else, or are we ending on that?
um, I think the Boston thing is really something to monitor. I
Yes, the
think
whole situation in
right
Boston.
now, the Boston Red Sox are the best drama in baseball because
Yeah,
they have a
I
passionate fan
agree.
base, high expectations, a talented team, a talented manager, and ownership under pressure. Those five things make for great TV to watch. So check Red Sox Twitter every night. It's going to be awesome. And Roman Anthony has the arm strength of an 8-year-old.
Shockingly bad arm
What
strength.
the hell is he doing out there?
All right. We'll end it on that note. We will see you guys next time.